Grand Rising, much love, much respect to everyone. We're going to start this off like we always do, playing some music and shouting out the sponsors. Grand Rising, much love, much respect. Power to the motherfucking people. Let's go. Y'all see the title of the stream? Let's go.
Class in session, so it's time for you to get the notes. The quickest way to sell your soul is when you niggas vote. This shit I'm kicking is forbidden, better listen, bro. A politician preaching love is the biggest joke. See what they do is use this shit as a tool. Got us focused on these fools and putting shit in our food. Fighting to free your mind is kinda hollow but true. The system make you a zombie if you follow the rules, so we rebel. But not too many live it to tell, till they find the cheat code using digital scales. Paradise is aborted when the mission is failed. Heaven and hell collide like prison and jail. And you don't need religion just to say you awake. You even dumber than you look, you think you came from an ape. Religion needs science, science need religion. One tell a story and the other paint the picture. But listen, nigga, if you dig a little deeper,
shout out to Yield the Millennium, much love and respect. Grand Rising, top of the top.
Message in the speaker when the cosmos
Royal and loyal,
much
much love and respect. Grand Rising, man. Much love and respect. Royal and loyal.
Told them all I want is the money and kept it real with them. Came in the form of a thought. I
Breaking
build with
news.
them. Shit I was selling the fiends was really killing them. Your gun bars ain't much if your gat don't shoot. I'm strapped and bulletproof like the Batman suit. All it takes is one snap to have my enemies killed. The laws in space and time,
Juan Torres, much love. Flat
yeah, I'm in the world that some of y'all have not seen. And living on the page that some of y'all cannot read. And right now they probably calling me cheap, cause I decided it's enough and now I finally speak. Tell you the truth, I don't trust people who cheat. It's deeper than having sex, you give birth to deceit. If you see where this is going, this is true as can be. If you lie to the ones you love, then you do it to me. The cold word is rainy night. Niggas get wet outside, but ain't no rain in sight. They wonder where this come from. Ascension when it's all done. No reason to believe in a God when you become one. You understand? You can get it the same. Niggas will double cross you if you get them the fame. My soul ain't for sale just to get in the game. It's dangerous, homie, just remember the name.
Part 2. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I will put the link in the chat. Anybody can join.
They just wanna keep us asleep. I know this shit suck, but when the fuck when niggas wake up, I know this shit tough. Every other step you take, you get your foot stuck. Cause they go and show you the fly with some niggas pushed up. Religion is a part of the system, my nigga, listen. If you ain't got control of your soul, you's a victim. The Pope all over the net. Politicians, the same politicians who sleeping with little children. Time to make them pay for what they did to the youth. But freedom of speech is nothing when they censoring truth. You ain't gotta show shit when you live in the proof. Give support to your oppressors, man. You
Black motherfucking power, much love to you and the family. Always.
Shit. Time to get back what they stole. All of our innocence. And people hate the way that I talk. This shit be spicy. But say a bunch of shit that ain't true, it isn't likely. They try to say your vision ain't true, but with your sight see, the best way to tear you apart is through your psyche. I give it to you real. What you need me to say? Ask the world leaders about the oath they secretly take. It's a plan that they got to keep us legally slaves. Paid labor overwhelming when you needed a break. If you think that I'm just talking, then bitch you lost. It's a war going on like rich versus poor. The rich keep getting rich while your broke ass starve. Feeding you little pennies at that punk ass job. Thinking cause you get it in tax, you need that income. Really, I'm just stating the facts cause niggas been dumb. Your emotions are controlled by a system. Cause when I make a song full of hate, niggas listen. When I make a song about love, niggas skip it. They both from the soul, so really ain't nothing different. Today you gotta give it a fight to make the hate stop. Niggas on that ignorant shit gon' get a face shot.
We got breaking news this morning.
A lot of niggas snakes, only going off of belief. A lot of shit is fake with two cans blazing. I'm ready for damnation. So tell a slave master I'm burning the plantation.
Burning that
niggas like a dope
motherfucker.
but can't take it. So all during war, these flames remain sacred. Barrel to the root of your tongue, you niggas tasteless. Lights flying over your head, it ain't a spaceship. The reason why we fully equipped with information and led us on the path that got us out of the matrix. Unity is power beyond, we should embrace it. But you could never bathe in the truth when you were racist. Speeding off what you was taught, then the brakes slip. Then you see it's nothing you thought, that shit is dangerous. A lot of people died for what? That shit was aimless. It's kinda like a video game, it took stages. Just make sure these lanes remain nameless. Hood Politics Part 2, my name Dangerous.
Got the highest sponsor on YouTube, man, the network. Part three coming up, man. Breaking news. We got breaking news today.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to...
Breaking news.
Shit getting out of control, I mean we been there. Hate, they disguise it as love, we call it sincere. They took us to a place where ain't none of this shit clear, and we just look stupid, wondering how we get here. This government got us in chains cause they don't love us. They got us separated by gangs over some colors. What hurts more is we keep trusting these motherfuckers and putting bullshit that they say over each other. It's a bad world. Many cry in this sad world. A unicorn is compared to a black girl, or any child when you mix it, making life swirl. Gems meet a diamond and dance to make the ice swirl. Nigga, don't waste your time trying to hate on me. If you can't deal with your pride, then stay away from me. I don't fuck with none of that dumb shit. You heard that? Don't believe we live on the globe, nigga.
The earth flat.
First you gotta love yourself, then take the earth back. Find what's really important and make it worth that. Too much time in your hands lead to a dirt nap, but niggas don't keep the same energy to exert that.
What kind of freedom is that? What kind of social or political system is it when a black man has no voice in court, has nothing on his side other than what the white man chooses to give him?
That's it was good.
We have to put a stop to this, and it will never be stopped until we
Once
stop
again,
it ourselves.
it's on.
Mind over matter, but none of that matter when in life you're trying to climb in a nigga pull a ladder, believing in the myth when reality is shattered. The lies never end unless you serve it on a platter. America made you a slave, then called you monster. Erase everything that we paved and say we conquered. Willie lynching. It's the system that really harmed us. It raped women, left children without their fathers. America, land of the free, home of the great. America, cage of the beast, home of the snake. But the fight don't stop when you gone. This shit a marathon. Everything they touched in this world, they made it terraform. The best piece of advice, stay about these pigs sight. Fuck what goes on in the street. Nigga, just live life. You only get one of those, nigga. Don't play with that. Trying to dance away in the dark and never make it back. We got a lot of loving to do. Shit is getting worse. Hate run deep in these roots. It's like the shit is cursed. Murder everything you can name. The world gone berserk. Pedophilia real as fuck. It's even in the church. Music, we've been flaming it. No, it ain't no game with it. Just know I put my soul on the beat. When you banging it, this is for the shit that I see and won't play with it. Hood Politics Part 3. My name Dangerous.
They attacked the victim. And then the criminal who attacked the victim accuses the victim of attacking him. This is American justice. This is American democracy. And those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me.
man. Let's go over here to the network. My network brothers, man.
Your resume looks like this.
Apologize for the commercials. Let's go.
This that.
If you can share the live, please share the live. We got breaking news out here.
Yeah, tear this shit down like depression.
We
The
got
moral
breaking
of the
news.
story.
If you can share the live, please share the live. I want to get as many people in here as possible, you know, to hear this breaking news, man. So if you can share the live, please share the live. That's all the OG asks, man.
Years, you get the lesson. I'm colder than the weather in Nova Scotia. The flow is colder. Turn down. You just like the lame dude. Get the shoulder. Have these niggas swinging that Chris Rock when I pitch a boulder. My intentions was ill will.
You cry.
When I rap, get a pill feel. I can meditate and stay connected to
No,
the
no,
earth
my
like a mill
general
drill.
brother
They
not
taught
there.
you to lie to your kids.
My
with
comrade
Santa.
and
I
my
worse than
general
the
brother.
AI now. We got the answer.
They
Don't
call
kill
me
yourself trying to
the
beat me
network
with the
general.
Tanner. My equal
OG
love
Killer.
getting blown like a
Like
blammer.
Blammer.
I'm biased to the low comprehension, cause people claim both to get a mention.
You cry.
And we don't wanna hear that.
And my brother, Enemy Public.
Gotta do better.
I believe I text you the story I'm about to read. I believe I texted it to you, my brother. You know, I know you like information like that, man. You know, so I believe check your texts. I believe I text you the story I'm about to read and break to the people. So hopefully everybody good, man. Grand Rising, man. Power to the motherfucking people. One day we'll take our power back. That's all I'm saying. It may not be in my lifetime, but I know it's going to happen. Niggas going to get tired. And we're going to do something besides talk.
As if you knew better. But I don't wanna bore y'all with the talk. Back to regular schedule showgramming, executive sessions. Welcome to the upper echelon of Megatron.
And somebody
And it's dangerous.
tag Sister Betty. Tag Sister Betty. Tag Mulatto Man. Tag all these Republicans and Democrats that's still voting in this corrupt ass system. If you can, tag Sister Betty, Mulatto Man, or any of those registered voters. Let's go, man. Because I seen this story. I wasn't even going to go live today. I was going to fall back. But I seen this story and it made my blood boil. Yeah, it made my motherfucking blood boil. And it's going to make y'all boil too. Because like I said, I wasn't going to go live. I was going to chill. You know, spend some time with the family. Go get my pool practice in. And I was going to enjoy my day. But this shit got my blood boiling. Y'all see the title. I normally don't even do titles. But the title is Trump helping Jews sue Harvard over civil rights violation. And we're going to break the story down, man. This is breaking fucking news, man. Like I said, this shit made my blood boil when I read it. It's like, what happened to our civil rights violation? Why we ain't suing Harvard or these universities? And it just goes to show me how Trump is backing the Jews no matter what. So let's go, man. Breaking news, man.
pen that fly shit you talk manifest when you falling from a skyscraper. A headshot could be a mind changer. I'm just a nigga that could hustle the hustle, getting my side paper. You know it's over when the nine spray ya. Oh, we robbing everything that you got. We operate as personality, just like your chain. It got faker, but the bullets like the ice in your drink. They shot chases, too much talking. You going in places these cops take us. Prison is a mental design for time chambers. Procrastination is a disease for time takers. When it's war, they can never be law for line makers. Suck your head, be stupid and cross and die. Player got your full fifth, waving you down like high hater. When your soul leave earth, you can let the sky take you cause you thought shit was sweet. Laugh now, cry later.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. It's getting scary for you niggas out here, man. You know y'all feeling the pressure. It's never.
Anybody that thinks participating in this corporation, you're welcome to hit the link. Anybody who thinks participating in this corporation, you're welcome to hit the link. Anybody that think their vote is going to help them do anything besides elect a president, you're welcome to hit the link, man.
Work shit. This shit real, man.
Real over here. We coming with real information, real story.
Gave y'all a dome shot. Dangerous just put you niggas in a body bag. And now I'm about to bury you niggas, man. Yo, I'm back riding again. Dangerous disciples, we gon' have to body them then. Yeah, these niggas done. We gon' have your whole crew on the run. This ain't a game. You niggas lame. Come and catch this flame. We ain't built the same. You niggas just like the cap for fame. The 40 will make your soul glow. Silencer on the end of the barrel where the smoke blow. I need a heat check. Little from my logo. Smoke shot. You can smell my mojo. Fucking with Drake Cobbs, that's a no-no. That's that victory. Boss running way. Looking to let the heat spray. We pull up to your block like a we ain't playing, nigga. This ain't EA. We like wolves when the niggas see prey and move like Neo when the niggas see spray. I type of you the competition. Chuck the deuces, nigga, on the replay. Big cheater with a pass. I chuck the deuces on the replay. But y'all know what it is, man. Chris Cyphers. Dangerous, Drake Cobbs, man. This network shit ain't nothing but real shit over here, man. Nothing but real. You already know. Y'all knowing how we get down, Joe. Network, nigga. Network forever, nigga.
Forever, nigga.
You ain't getting money, what you call it? Bank got a flow, no rap, no faucet. Mama told me always get my fruit from the market. Empire mind state, roots from the
It blew your mind. It made my blood boil.
The presence.
California breeze, Colorado waves. Let it say on a daily.
It made my motherfucking blood boil. Like I said, I wasn't gonna go live. I was like, I gotta go live and talk to my people and let my people know in case they didn't see it. I had to go live. And like I said, it ain't going to be a long live. You know what I mean? I got an hour or two. And then I got to, go handle my business. But yeah, man. It made my blood boil.
Focus on my doubts. Hard work never lazy.
Hard work
what
never
I'm
lazy.
about. Real niggas will make me. Flip a see my spot an ounce. My aura will wavy. Overlooking all you clowns.
Class in session.
We
So
been
it's time
saying,
for you to get the notes. The quickest way to sell your soul is when you niggas vote. This shit I'm kicking is forbidden. Better listen, bro. A politician preaching love is the biggest joke. See what they do is use the shit as a tool. Got us focused.
When it's real, guys can keep it real.
Gotta keep it real.
Separate the real from the fake. If that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. It's all about the time.
All the network family, man. Mama D, Looney.
Radio.
All I have in this world is my thoughts.
And my word.
I don't break them.
And I don't break them for no motherfucking
DVD
God.
radio, turn up your speakers. Niggas, they was hating on me, but want a feature. I don't fuck with none of y'all. I think y'all all lame. Your panel and your channel suck. That shit small change, doper than some fentanyl. This for the music, that's why my shit ahead of y'all. I read the blueprint, these bitches hit the thought spot. She took her panties off, make the shit make sense. We run the marathon, we gon' play some R&B. And you know you getting rap, send it to the show. We gon' play it, even if it's whack. If you really feel a nigga trash, leave it in the chat, tune in, put the phone down, leave it where it's at. Come and get familiar with niggas that be really up. Niggas drop bombs and got bars that be killing ya. This shit is dangerous, man. Y'all already know. You're now tuned in to DVD radio.
Play one or two more songs. We're gonna get it started, man. We're gonna get it started, man. When they see us in the building.
When they see us in the building, they gon' hate on it. With that type of energy, I gotta stay away from it. You mad how we move, but you frontin' like it's cool. The better question is, nigga, who the fuck is you?
Let's go. My nigga Juice.
What would it feel like to wake up on your...
Let's go, man.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. William Bass in the building. Welcome, everybody. This is just an indigenous thing. Studious, I'm an info for info. I make what's complex look simple. To reclaim my birthright, my MO. My blood ties to the land, my credentials. Turtle Island, Nietzsche, my kinfolk. The vibration on this frequency I live for. We get sick, we don't go to hospitals. We heal ourselves with herbs and crystals. Mother Nature speaks, my soul gets tickled. We already equipped with the essentials. No Similac for my little. All my babies get the milk from mama's nipples. Raising rebels to create ripples in the system. It's not liberal. We teach the youth to go to source for they vittles. Be the B, don't be the man in the middle. That's a third party. It's a big deal. Wanna trick the RZA with his own spell? Learn to conjure, then you'll pierce the veil. That's his story. I didn't write that. It's my birthright. I want my life back. Was on the wrong path. Now I'm on the right track. Was in the dark. Now I'm in the light, fam. My skin's divine. I love this melanin. My DNA divine, liquid gold, I'm rich. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. With the eye of Horus, I see infinity. Woke up like Neo, started training my abilities. I'm not a storm, baby, let me be a peace. Your protector, the enemy runs in retreat. Shout out to Sophia, born to be a steward. Bobby Hemmett and Malachi Z. York. Rod Hayes, Mama River, Interstellar. Dane Calloway, Billy Carson, Young Elder. With my light codes, I'm in fight mode. For the next generation, we go right wrong. Get off the merry-go, don't repeat the cycle. You in the dark cause you forgot to cut your lights on. With the lights on like Tupac, all eyes on. The usurper, trying to take my throne. I urge karma to drown you in a typhoon. An open book, you see what page I'm on. My skin's divine, I love this melanin. My DNA divine, liquid gold, I'm rich. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Believing I'm a U.S. citizen is propaganda. Had to call a brother true to correct my status. We own churches, not LLCs, they can't tax us. The government and central banking, it's all collapsing. Instead of chasing bread, we run on the bank. They'll become insolvent, we bankrupt the bank. Consumers exercising power makes them afraid. The GOV works for us, we the people, man. The Iroquois Constitution is supreme law. First Babylon, now it's England and Rome turn to fall. Put the Pope on notice, discovery, doctrine is false. Mother Nature gets restored. A green lantern lights my path, not a torch. At the fork in the road, you gotta choose a course. Light codes or dark secrets, what do you endorse? Me? I make you Darth Vader feel the force. Yeah, I pray this resonates with your spirit. This is meant for everyone, not just the esoteric. Atomize it, dissect the message in my lyrics. I'm a god, how could I not love my appearance? My skin's divine, I left this melanin. Did you know? My DNA divine, liquid gold, I'm rich. Did you know? Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know? Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist. Did you know? Did you know you're indigenous? Put your right hand up, now make a fist.
Getting hard and getting turned on not the same thing.
That is why Blue Chew
It's kind of like the sun coming over a dark cloud.
Apologize for the commercials, y'all. Apologize for the commercials.
Beneficence.
Yo, once again from the soul. This is my notebook. Let me rip you a page that'll make you sit back and witness the plague. Got kids pitching grenades, missing the days. Guess you can't be a star sitting in the shade. And at times, life will make you sicker than AIDS. Twisting the haze, laid out wishing you prayed. Working hard, no difference is made. In a world that'll kill you and spit in your grave. The best thing a parent can say to a child, success is no restriction for age. Or we might be another nigga twisting some braids in the penitentiary, spending some days. Bad choices, plus you know how niggas persuade. Them snakes got venomous ways. And the worst thing to a man is feeling betrayed. Head above water, still get hit with a wave. Still think of my queen, get hit with a daze. Still treat us no different than slaves. This world will take hearts and fill them with rage. Water seeds with hate and make them sit in a cage. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. Nothing new under the sun. Shit ain't no different today. You know I can give up what your ministers say. I won't forget the past to remember the faith. As society takes souls and send them astray, then it's the hate you got trapped deep in your heart. So in these times I fall back deep in the arts, hitting colors. Got a nigga seeking the arc, sipping tea, watching devils pull people apart. I remember an old saying, reap what you sow. On your journey, stay humble and teach what you know. And this flow ain't the shit you see at the store. It's more like the damn killer that you greet at the door. Third eye be the seed of your soul. Such a beautiful earth these demons control. Gonna make shit better if I can, cause all over the world my empire stand. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit.
Shout out my nigga Sanchez.
Did you know you could be entitled to a
Shout out
5
my
or
brother
6 figure
Nasir.
payout?
How you doing this morning, brother Nasir?
Salute my fellow comrade and general, OG. What's the word, brother?
All love and respect, brother. How you doing?
Indeed, brother. I can't devote enough time to this subject, the time that I would like to. You're practicing tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I would like to do a build with you on this subject. on this subject altogether about this chosen people and people playing naive. Somebody 60 years old know damn well the state of Israel was set up in 1948. Land was stolen from other people and set that damn state of Israel up to those Johnny-come-lately so-called Jews. And we need to discuss that, and because people are justifying, they're doing it to justify what they're doing over there now. And while we are being not the liberties that you defended, brother, when you was in the military, you defended the so-called liberties that we're supposed to have. We don't even get them. And you got people playing naive. Like they don't know they don't know what's going on. We have to discuss it, bro. And if feelings get hurt, so be it. If the truth hurt, you're gonna be in pain. If the truth hurt, you're gonna be in pain. If the truth drive you crazy, you're gonna be insane. That's it. But I'm gonna come back and forth up through here, brother. And I read what you sent me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I looked at it.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, got a lot of goddamn nerves, man. You asking for another 200 million. You saying you obliterated everything that's over there, right? But you asking for another $200 million. No, take the $400 million you're spending on the fucking ballroom and use it for weapons. Or prioritize things. Since you say America first, prioritize the ballroom over the American people then, if that's the case.
Let me know what time, brother. I'll make sure I stop what I'm doing to come over there and do this with you, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch, and I'll be coming back and forth, brother, through your stream, because you know now I'm about to go back to work. You started when I was on my break, so but I'm going back into the lab now, and I can't devote the time that I want to. But I would love to do this type of good. You know, you was right. I like this type of shit.
Yes, sir. That's why I sent it to you.
Yes, sir, brother. You know, you not playing on the heartstrings. You're doing the method to your
madness,
to what you do, brother. Your method to your madness. You know what I'm saying, with your brother. So salute to you, brother, and I'll be back up, brother. I'll be back up.
Appreciate you.
Salute.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace. Like y'all see what I'm screen sharing. Basically, Trump administration sued Harvard over civil rights. And we're going to read the story. You know what I mean? The lawsuit comes after the government lost a key court battle last year in its fight with the Ivy League school. The Trump, let me make it bigger. The Trump administration is suing Harvard University, allegedly the school violated the Jewish student civil rights in the last escalation of the government year-long campaign against the Ivy League school. The suit alleged Harvard failed to protect its Jewish and Israel students by ignoring hostilities on campus and refusing to enforce anti-harassment rules. The suit being filed Friday in federal courts in Massachusetts seeks to compel the school to comply with the civil rights law and recover millions of taxpayer dollars that Harvard. I don't know why it ain't let me read no more of that story. Why it ain't let me read no more story of that story, because there's more. Let me see if I can bring it up one more time. But y'all see the story. What y'all think, man? Like I said, I'm going to give, basically, yeah, it's doing the same thing. I know it's more to the story, but it ain't letting it be seen. That is crazy. That is crazy. So y'all see it. It's going across the screen. And like I said, to me, Trump is not doing nothing more than supporting the Jews. And what I see, my people, I see the Jewish people still in our civil rights movement, still in our fight that we've been fighting. And the government is backing them. You know what I mean? The government is backing them. Trump administration, the Republican and Democrat administration is backing Trump. Still, you know, still covering up the crimes that have been done to black people in America. Flag on the plate. We know we ain't black. To the Aboriginal Americans. You know, Trump suing Harvard University, alleging the school violated the Jewish students' civil rights. How many times have our students in these universities' civil rights been broken over the last 200 years? But that's what I'm saying. Trump is not for Americans. He's only for the Jews. And, you know, like I said, flag on the plate, black people or niggas, we need a class action lawsuit for all the shit that has been done to us. Fuck reparations. We deserve that too. But we see that isn't going to happen. They're going to keep supporting the Jews. Vibrant Lord, much love and respect to you and the family. And that's why I'm showing this. That because they're going to continue backing the Jews. So that's why I wanted to show y'all this story. You know, and I want to ask one of these Trump supporters how they feel about it. So this is your commander-in-chief, your president. And he ain't talking about your civil rights, what happened to Americans, to niggas in America, our civil rights movement. He ain't talking about that. He talking about Jewish students. So basically, the Jewish getting paid for the Holocaust. So he made sure the elders of the Jewish community got paid. So now, in this story, he talked about the students. He making sure the younger generation of the Jewish people get paid. I don't see him doing shit for niggas. Nothing. For flag on the play, African Americans. So basically, like I said, they're looking past what happened to the Aboriginal Americans or the Black Americans or flag on the play, the African Americans, flag on the play, the colored, the Negroes, the Indians, the slaves. They covering up all that shit and focusing on the Jews still. We know he's backing Israel with this war. He backing them, giving them more money. Somebody even said in the chat, he asking for another $200 million for weapons. We see he backing them. Now he backing the youth of the Jews. And that's what this story reads. The Trump administration is suing Harvard University, allegedly the school violated the Jewish students' civil rights in the last escalation of the government's year-long campaign against the Ivy League schools. Suing Harvard failed to protect its Jewish and Israel students by ignoring the hostility on campus and refusing to enforce anti-harassment rules. The suit being filed Friday in federal court in Massachusetts seeks to compel the school to comply with the civil rights law and recover millions of taxpayers' dollars that Harvard. Man, I'm mad because it won't let me see no more. Let me go to the one in my phone, see if it let me read more. Let me go to my email because they may be messing with my computer. So let me see, is it more to read? Okay, yeah, it is more to read. Okay, no, it isn't. Oh, yeah, it is. It's the second part, and it won't show it to us. Let me see if I can scroll up and see the second part. It ain't showing us the second part, but I'm going to show y'all on my phone that it's the second part. It gets light, and it's another part under that. Where it's another part under there. Let me go to my phone real quick. Y'all see the second part? I'm about to read it. Harvard is currently set to receive more than $2.6 billion in grants from the Department of Health and Human Services, along with other federal agencies, according to this lawsuit. Colleges, including Harvard, allow anti-Semitism to flourish on campus after the October 7th, 2023 Hamas attack on Israel. The administration alleged this Department of Justice has no tolerance for such a brethren violation of federal law, said Harmeet, I can't even pronounce his name, head of the Department of Civil Rights Division, which brought the lawsuit. Harvard didn't immediately respond to requests for comments. It has previously said it has devoted considerable efforts to addressing anti-Semitism on its campus, including strengthening rules and discipline measures against those who violate them. The lawsuit is the latest tactic in the Trump administration battle against Harvard and other elite universities. The administration froze $2.2 billion in federal research grants to Harvard last spring over allegations that the school tolerated anti-Semitism on campus. Since then, the administration has threatened its tax-exempt status. Targeting its ability to enroll international students to probe its acceptance of foreign donations. Harvard sued the administration and won a key court battle. In September of last year, the federal judge ruled that Trump administration funding cuts were unconstitutional and ordered money to be restored. In December, the administration filed an appeal. Harvard has said it remains confident in its legal position. Harvard remains deeply dependent on the federal funding, and President Trump has many levers he can pull to damage the university. Harvard and the administration have been involved in on and off talk for months to try to resolve this dispute. but no deal has materialized. In February, Trump posted a social media that would seek $1 billion in damage from the school. A few days later, the Department of Defense severed academy ties with Harvard, and the Department of Justice then sued Harvard for allegedly failing to produce administrative documents that it is needed in an investigation into whether the school discriminated against white applicants. And I'm gonna see if I can copy this email and put it in the chat, because I want y'all to have it and I want y'all to read it. Because like I said, it's cutting off. It's cutting off a lot of the story. Real quick, let me shout out my sister, Tanya Renee, my brother Maybach. Much love and respect. Copper Draco. You know, like I said, I wasn't going to go live, but I seen this and it pissed me off. It pissed me off. So let me see if I can copy it and put it in the chat. Copy link. Now, let me see if I can open up the chat and put it in the chat. Anybody want that story? That's what, there it is right there, Apple News. You can get it and read it for yourself. Like I said, this shit made my blood boil when I seen it. I wasn't going to go live. I was like, I got to go live and talk about this. So the link's in the chat. Anybody welcome to come up. I put the link in the story, to the story, Apple News. So I was just scrolling through my phone this morning and seen this story. And it made my blood boil. It pissed me off. Because black people have been through so much in these universities. We have went through so much during the civil rights movement. But it really pisses me off because we can't come together and sue Harvard over the shit that's been said about us. But he can help the Jews. Like I said, bad enough. They've been giving billions of dollars since 1945 to the Jews, taxpayers' money, and we don't have no say-so in it. Now, basically, like I said in this story right here, the suit alleges Harvard failed to protect the Jewish and Israel students by ignoring hostilities on campus. How many times we done had shootings on campus where our people was targeted and we can't get a class action lawsuit? Niggas won't come together to try to sue this corporation. Niggas won't come together and try to sue Big Pharma. We can't even get a class action lawsuit against the pharmaceutical company. But this administration can make sure the Jews get an administration, get a lawsuit, get a class action lawsuit against the college. And like I read to y'all, in the story that's in my much love, Nami, always much love back to you and the family. You already know my sister Empress Goddess, namaste, always love. My sister DJ Tiny Renee, always love to all the sisters and brothers in the chat. I appreciate all y'all love. Thank you, Nami. You know I got nothing but love for you, sister. You know, and I'm not one of them people that's afraid to tell my people I love you. I'm not one of them people. We got so much false pride, we won't even tell our loved ones that we love them. Give a fuck what happened. That's your family. So if I could tell my family that I love them, I definitely could tell my friends and associates that I love them. And that's why I always tell y'all, I love y'all, man. Because like I said, if it was nobody in this chat, if that I said 0, I wouldn't be here. I promise you that. But y'all here. So that make me want to be here. And that's why I'm doing this story. And like I said, this shit make my blood, it pissed me off when I seen it. And I'm going to read the whole story again because that's why I put the link in the chat. The Trump administration is suing Harvard University, alleging that the school violated Jewish student civil rights in the last escalation of the government year-long campaign against the Ivy League schools. The suit alleges Harvard failed to protect its Jewish and Israel students by ignoring hostilities on campus. And like I said, how many times have we had shootings at our universities? Nobody sued. No president sued. No president sued. And we didn't even come together as a people and sue. You say Cesar Chavez just got exposed by the civil rights leader. He's a rapist. Yeah. So the Trump administration is suing Harvard, which I already read. I'm going to go back to the next part. The suit alleges Harvard failed to protect its Jewish and Israeli students by ignoring. Okay, I read that part. Like I said, how many times have we had shootings on our universities and nothing happened? How many times have our people been assaulted on these universities and nothing happened? The suit being filed Friday in federal court in Massachusetts seeks to compel the school to comply with civil rights laws and recover millions of taxpayers' dollars that Harvard accepted while allegations in violation of the law. So basically saying they received money and they should have basically, did what they were supposed to do. Von Hall, much love and respect to you and the family. I'm reading this story right here. I put it in the chat. If anybody want to read it, there it goes. Trump administration sues Harvard over civil rights. And Vonnie, it pissed me off, my sister Vonnie Hall, because I know how many times we've had civil rights violations in these universities. And nobody, the last lawsuit that I remember is the Tahigi. No, it isn't. The lawsuit that the 100-year-old lady, was that the Black Wall Street lawsuit that didn't happen. That basically the judge shot down. I think that was the what's the name of it? Oh, my brother made back the Arkansas. The Black Wall Street. The Black Wall Street movement. What's good, my brother? How you doing, Maybach?
Grand Rising, man. Peace.
Grand
Man.
Rising.
Peace and salute to you, brother.
Peace
I
and
hear,
salute.
I hear the anger, man, in your voice, man. I hear the passion and the anger, man.
All right, man. Shit blow my mind. You know how we can't come together and do nothing for our people. Not even for the babies. Excuse me, the children or the next generation, man. We ain't trying to do nothing. But Trump and this administration, they're doing everything. That's basically giving the the Jewish youth generational wealth for the next 100 years.
Oh, that's a
For the
fact,
next
brother.
200 years. He's giving, and the sad thing about it, Maybach, is the Jewish community is already the richest community in they're going to inherit their parents' generational wealth, and then they get their own right here.
Yeah. No,
If this
it's a fact.
lawsuit go through.
It's a fact, brother. It's a fact. I wouldn't be shocked or surprised, if the lawsuit does go in their favor. And you older than me, you shouldn't be shocked no more or surprised
I'm
anymore.
not, brother. It just boiled my blood. That's
No, I
all,
know.
man.
I know it does. I know it does. That's why I said.
I've
That's why
been
I said.
trying to sue the federal government over the death of my daughter and tried to sue Big Pharma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that I can't get a case, but he can make sure that the young Jewish students get a case.
Of course. You already know, man. Like you said, those people are already the richest people. They control and own almost everything. We might as well say everything, especially when it comes to the media.
The
Now
media, music, they
Correct.
all make
Correct.
most of the record labels and the record companies.
Correct. Matter of fact, I got a video I'm gonna do on Lucian Grange. He's the owner of Universal Music Group. So when you say Jewish, he is that, and he owns 40% of these artists and controls the music from Drake, Kendrick, Little Baby. All of these people are under that record label, and that man controls 40% of the music that if anybody listens to the radio, that's artist that's being played is under him. Angie Stone was also under him. Look what happened to her when she was exposing his ass. You know what I'm saying? So you right about that, brother, man. Like it's just sad, man. And I'm with you. I just try not to get frustrated anymore with shit. It's like I'm not seeking nobody to build with no more, brother. I'm not seeking to uplift, certain people and stuff. Certain people want to be dumb. Certain people don't want no help. Certain people ain't trying to help nobody else. You see what I'm saying? So I want the people that want to build with me come seek me. Again, it's just sad, bro. It's sad. That's why,
It is, man. Because we had organizations like the NAACP, whatever the hell it is. Y'all know what I mean.
Yeah. And see,
we had those organizations. We have a history of shit happen to us. And nobody put in a lawsuit. Like I said, we can't even come together and do a class action lawsuit. Motherfuckers too scared to sue the government. You see what I'm saying? Too scared to sue Big Pharma.
Yeah.
But we supposed to have the fucking power, but we ain't using our power.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said, I don't have a problem with suing the motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Correct.
And that's my solution to rather than going to war. Sue these bastards.
Yeah. Listen, man. I'm seeing a bunch of videos being posted of gas prices in almost every state. And you know why the gas is going to continue going up? Because people are partaking in going to the gas station. Motherfuckers is complaining, excuse my language. People are complaining, bro, but nobody wants to do anything about it. Nobody wants to do anything about it. People are taking literally pictures. Oh, look at the gas prices, $7.21 over here in California. It's $8.21 over here. But you're still going to the gas station and getting gas. That's the problem. If people don't partake in the system, guess what? The system fucking crumbles. Last time that I was taught, RIP, my father told me power is in the people, not the government. The people. So if we take a stand, guess what they're gonna have to do? Listen, man, we had that fake ass 3-letter group years ago, about 6 years ago, whenever they came about, BLM. Look at the people's name they made money off of. The people's name, where they at now? Where they at now? You see what I'm saying? And that group you was talking about, the NCAACP, man, that group has been not for us a long time ago. You know who they really backing right now? They backing
Alphabet Boys.
Yeah.
The Rainbow Coalition. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. The
Jesse
other one
Jackson
too.
movement want with them. Yes.
Yeah.
Most of our civil rights want with them.
Yep. Oh, you don't remember the video, the infamous video when Biden was on there on the platform with them, how he was talking to them? They all sat there quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Not
When
one
he said
person.
I forgot, my buddy DJ Cuddy used to play it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically that the Spanish is going to outnumber us
There you
and take
go.
away.
There you go. The
Yes,
Europeans
sir, I
all scared.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody rebutted him. Nobody argued with him or nothing. Then that man went on the Breakfast Club and told Charlemagne's face, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And that man sat there and ate that up and didn't have nothing to say back. Bro, listen, man, we got a lot of motherfuckers that are, excuse my French, a lot
You're
of
good,
pussy.
Maybach.
We got a lot of pussy nigrums. I'm not going to say niggas.
I call
but
them nigger peons.
yeah, nigga
Niggas that
peons,
took
nigrums.
European mindsets.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Like me and Enemies Public, we was talking a few days ago on the phone, man. And the brother was like, "Yo, bro, man, the first time I heard you speak, man, I could see, you know what I mean? I could feel your energy. Like a brother like that, a brother like you. There's a few other guys on this platform and women too that I could actually stand next to. You know what I'm saying? But there's some other people, man, and it's not like your platform, like anybody. I'm not taking no personal shots at nobody. I'm just talking about in general. Like, yo, we got more motherfuckers that will, excuse my French, but will bend over. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Than to
sir.
stand and fight. And this is a reality. We got Negrums wearing fucking dresses, selling their soul for a couple of dollars. Like, what are we talking about here? So where's the integrity?
Yes,
Where's the
sir.
integrity? I used to be a big wrestling fanatic, and Ted DiBiase, of course, I was young. I didn't get it when he said everybody got a price. I didn't
Yes,
get
sir.
it until I grew
I was
up.
a wrestling fan too when I was young. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And
and
shout
I
out to
see
Mama
it.
Chief. Great
Yeah, I see it.
continuation, Mama Chief, to you and the family.
Salute. Peace and salute to Mama Chief. Like, yo, I'm
And
watching these big ass streamers, these dudes who's got our skin tone, who's doing feminine, zesty shit just for likes, views, and people to like, yo, yo, listen, man, it's just sad, man. We got more Sambos than we ever had in times, man. We got more sellouts than we ever had in time. We got more people telling, for nothing. Like niggas don't want to tell on the government. Like Prodigy said, one of my favorite rappers who said, yo, if I'm gonna snitch, I'm gonna snitch on the government. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
hey, Maybach, I ain't into trolling, but that's who I troll. The
Yeah.
government, the
Facts.
pharma, these
Facts.
politicians.
Facts.
That's why I do what I do and say what I say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But let me read Mama Chief what she put in the chat. What racial tension this will raise, this kind of lawsuit triggers three major tensions in this country: a Jewish versus non-Jewish campus group. People will argue about who's being protected. Shout out to Mama Chief. I definitely agree. Then she put, this become a national fight about who's suffering counts. Free speech versus discrimination. Some will say students should be allowed to protest. I will say protest has crossed into harassment. I definitely agree, Mama Chief. Much love and respect. I definitely agree. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to show breaking news. As soon as I opened up I've been up since like 5:20 in the morning. I get up every morning 5:20.
Yeah.
Do what I do with my daughter.
I'm 2 hours ahead of you. I get up 2 hours ahead of you, brother. I be up at 3:30, man. But I feel you.
Should I just be going to sleep? Nah, about 1:32. I've been trying to make myself go to bed a little earlier since I know I gotta get up. But yeah, I opened up my phone, seen this across there. Like I said, I wasn't gonna go live, but I wanted to let the people know.
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to make America great again. I thought he was gonna drain the swamp. He basically helping, the younger generation of the Jews become, millionaires or billionaires.
I already knew about it because I'm already out here in Boston, and he had that beef with Harvard University. He took the funds from Harvard and they got mad, about that, and stuff like that, so
Yep, and that's what it says. Let me
yeah.
read some more because, like I said, I put the story in the chat if anybody wanted. Harvard is currently set to receive more than $2.6 billion in grants from the Department of Health and Human Services, among with other federal agencies, and that's what you was talking about. Then colleges, including Harvard, allow anti-Semitism to flourish on its campus after October 7th, 2023 Hamas attack on Israel. The administration alleges that this Department of Justice has no tolerance for such brethren violations of federal law. Said, I ain't even going to try to read his name, head of the Department of Federal Law, head of the Department of Civil Rights Division, which brought the suit. Harvard didn't immediately respond to the request for comments. It has previously said it has devoted considerable efforts to address anti-Semitism on its campus, including strengthening rules and disciplinary measures against those who violate them. The lawsuit is the latest tactic in the Trump administration battle against Harvard and its other elite universities. This is what you were just talking about. The administration froze $2.2 billion in federal research grants to Harvard last spring over the alleged school tolerated anti-Semitism on campus. Since then, the Trump administration has threatened its tax-exempt status. So Harvard got a tax-exempt status like the churches, and basically he threatened target the ability to enroll international students and probe its acceptance of foreign donations. And there's more, but I just wanted to stop there. And that's what you were talking about. You said you had knowledge of it because you're in Massachusetts and you already know about it. So yeah. He froze $2.2 billion that was supposed to go to them. And they got upset. And then he threatened their tax-exempt status. Like I said, these universities, these billionaires, they pay way less taxes than a person that makes, let's say, $100,000. A person that makes, say, $50,000 pay more taxes than these damn universities pay because they're tax-exempt, like the church in your neighborhood. And let's see, and what it says, Harvard sued the administration and won a key court battle in September of last year.
Yeah.
A federal judge ruled that the Trump administration funding cuts was unconstitutional and ordered the money to restored. In December, the Trump administration filed an appeal. Harvard has said it's remained confident in its legal position. Harvard remains deeply dependent on federal funding. I know they do. They need their $2 billion. I just know they do. The Trump and President Trump has many levelers he can pull to damage to universities. Harvard and the administration have been involved in on and off talks for months trying to resolve their dispute. No deal has materialized. In February, Trump posted a social media that said he would seek $1 billion in damages from the school. A few days later, the Defense Department severed academic ties with Harvard, and the Department of Justice then sued Harvard for allegedly failing to produce administration documents. It said it needed in an investigation to whether the school discriminated against white applicants. So nothing that happened to, us in America. And shout out my nigga Smoke Signals. Power to the motherfucking people, man. And Smoke, put your email in the chat. I'm going to send you the story. You can talk about it later, man. Appreciate you. Said Big Dog Philly, the people champ. Much love to my nigga Smoke Signals, man. And like I said, I wasn't going to go live. I seen this shit, and I'm letting my people know. The ones that didn't know. Let me see what my sister Nami putting in the chat. I got you, Nami. See what Nami putting in the chat. See if I can save it. And like I said, Casino. Much love and respect, brother Casino, to you and the family, brother. Grand Rising. Got you. Thank you. I'm going to put it to my watch later list. And we're going to go to it. But yeah, I wanted the people to know this story, man. This was breaking news. It was in my Apple timeline. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to email it to myself. And I'm going to read this story with the people. Like I said, all the atrocities that niggas done been through in America, and we can't even get a class action lawsuit against anybody or anything, any of these universities. And how Trump is, like I said, this story says basically where that he's suing for the younger generation. It says the suit alleged Harvard failed to protect its Jewish and Israel students by ignoring hostility on campuses. Let me go back. I hit the button. Let me go back. So basically, like I said, he's doing this for the younger generation. Now, I mean, the Jews are already, most of them are billionaires and control just about everything. And like I said, how many times have we went through atrocities here in America and nobody sued? Nobody sued the government. Nobody sued these universities. Why can't we come together and do a class action lawsuit? But we too divided. Niggas divided. Niggas scared to sue. Like I said, I'd rather, sue somebody than go to war. So I wanted the people to see this story. And I put the link to the story in the chat. Put the link in the chat for anybody that wanted it. The link should be in the chat. See if I can put it in there again in case you want to read it yourself. I got to resave it and reshare it. But the link's in the chat. Anybody want to come up, talk about what's going on? The link is in the chat. How do y'all feel about this? Let me copy it. One more time. Put it in the chat. And then I'm going to go to my sister Nami, where she put in, go to my watch later and play that. And there goes the story right here for anybody that wanted. Grand Rising, everybody. Breaking news. Hopefully everybody good this morning, man. The link's in the chat. I'm going to my watch later real quick. Show what my sister Nami put in the chat. Like I said, why can't black people come together? Flag on the plate. We ain't black. We should be suing over them calling us black. We got so much shit we can sue over. But, We can sue over the reclassification. We can sue over the shit at the universities like Trump did. Like I said, how many times it's been shootings targeted at our people at these universities? Shalonda, much love and respect to you and the family. Always. Always. Go to my watch later real quick. I don't believe that, man. We ain't cursed. Religion ain't real. I apologize for the, and this is what my sister Nami put in the chat, but welcome, Live Hard Rock Truth. Religion isn't real, it's all mythology. You know, so black people can't be cursed because religion ain't real. So black people can't be cursed. Yeah, welcome to the platform, man. No disrespect. Let's go. Share what my sister Nami wanted me to share. Oh shit. Here it go. What's good, Nate? Grand Rising, man. Hello?
Yeah.
What's good, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, big dog? It's Nate.
Got you. Nate be in the chat, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got you. You know, you wasn't supposed to come up a while ago. I got you. I'll put you on screen, guy. I'm just being precautious, man. But
I know that's right.
Much love and respect, Nate. How you feeling, bro?
Everything's fine, man. I'm glad I caught you, man. My schedule changed. I've been meaning, you know, get with you. But you know, we're gonna rap. We got to rap, but I just wanted to get anyone to know.
I appreciate you coming up. Like I said, we were supposed to have a talk a while ago, you know, about this different stuff.
Yeah.
Me?
Right. Well, like I said, you know, my schedule changed and things are a little different. So I'm looking to be a little bit more active, you know?
Yes, sir.
So as we continue to grow, I see you growing, you know, everything's been lovely since we last met. So all is well. And I appreciate your energy.
You're all well, brother. Life is life. Family good, I'm good. You know what I mean? Daughter getting big, I'm good.
Oh yeah, yeah. You still where you at, Georgia?
Yeah, I'm still in a small town called Hall, Georgia, right outside of Athens.
South. Okay. And all goes to show, you know, I'm aware. You know?
Got you. How did you know about, let me stop this real quick. You know, the main reason I went live was to show the people this, that, you know, Trump suing Harvard for the, you know, the what he call right here, I just brought it up, over the stuff that was happening on these universities, the so-called Jews. How do you feel about that, brother?
Well, I'm not too informed of what it's really about, but I did hear something about that, some type of description. I thought it was about a certain type of information coming up out of Harvard or something. So
No, it was basically the when it started this war, this last war, you know, the one with the Israel and Iran. It basically says it in the story. Basically, you know, when Hamas attacked Israel, he's basically saying that, you know, Harvard didn't protect the Jewish students, and that's why they sued.
Right.
I put the link in the chat too.
Well, to answer your question in brief, we know what Harvard is about, so I'm not surprised of the step that this man is taking towards that. You know,
They
so
saying your
I'm not
mic
gonna
ain't
really.
clear. It's your mic is little. I don't know.
Oh,
You even got to speak up, but they saying your mic ain't clear, and I'm having a problem. I'm really having to put my head to the computer to hear.
is that
But continue,
is
brother.
it,
I'm gonna
is it,
mute up.
right? Well, like I said, you know, I'm not really going to weigh in too much on that because I understand the connection that he has with Harvard. So just know that one thing that that they have to do what they got to do to protect whatever it is that they moving in as far as the power that allow them to have their existence. So yeah, I don't know if we can, you know, work it in where though it's not affecting no one, then you know we're gonna go ahead and let the show go on, but it's not a really big factor.
You know, but I just wanted to bring it up. Like I said, how many times have we had shootings at the so-called uh you know HBCUs was targeted shootings, and you mean we never came together to sue any of these universities? Or I mean, it's basically, you know, they're taking over our civil rights. That's what I see. You know, we don't have any civil rights, and they got all the civil rights. And you know, basically, you know, that's why they can get, you know, reparations or crimes against humanity and paid for that since 1945. You know, and how, you know, like I said, the lawsuit right here, Trump suing Harvard for the, for the, you
Oh,
know,
everything,
for the Jews.
everything has a reason. So maybe this help bring about and implement some type of or entity where though that we can also be protected under the same ground. We can, you know, deal with the
I
same
doubt
problem.
it, brother. I don't think they're trying to protect us. I think they're covering up the crimes and
Well, that's
basically using this Jewish shit to, you know, to keep, basically to keep covering up, you know, what happened to us here in America and focus on the Jews, the Jews, the Jews. You see what I'm saying? I ain't afraid to say the Jew word. That's why I put the shit in my chat. You know, because I normally don't do titles. But, you know, my thing is like, even over the takeaway, the last 50 years or the last 100 years, so it's 2026. So we can go back to 1926. You're going to tell me we haven't had no civil rights shit that we can sue over? Come on, man. This shit don't make no sense to me. Black people scared to sue the government. I got you, Mama Chief. You said that's the point. You can't sue anybody because you don't exist. I gotta agree, Mama Chief. You're right. Black people can't sue because black is dead in the eyes of the law. But we got our black people so proud to be black, you know, thinking we accomplished so much under black. We can't throw it away. I say throw all those misnomers away. Because we're not, none of them. All the misnomers was given to us by the corporation. And like Mama Chief said, that's why we can't sue. Because we're dead in the eyes of the law. Let me see what my brother Boss 221 said. Boss 21, the rug needs to be pulled from under the boule that's still allowing this foolishness without raising a finger. They have been secretly taken from us. Big facts, man. Big facts, my brother 221 Boss. Good seeing you, brother. Much love and respect. That's a big fact. Yeah, these boule that been covering
Yeah,
up.
my bad.
You good, Nate? And real quick, I gotta play that story my
Yeah.
sister Nana gave to me. I want to play that story real quick. It's only 2 minutes, so give me a second, because I was going.
Let me just say this. You play that?
Go ahead, brother.
Well, it's all about recognition. Knowing where you fit in. And when I say we, I'm speaking about those who are up there aware. You gotta, it's a house out here for everybody. So if you feel as though you're at the wrong house, you leave that house and go to where as though you feel though where you finding the frequency, everything it's gravitating for you. And that's what it's about. You gotta remember America was the place where out of the whole it captured up inside the ice wall is supposed to be what? Land of the free. So that means this is the area where the elites have agreed to come upon where you could come here and pretty much be whatever you want to be. So that's what I think America is developing into. I think that's why Trump doing what he's doing. It's not that Trump dislikes anybody, because you notice he's playing both sides of the field. So it's not like he's coming here as dictatorship.
I got you. I don't think he's playing both sides of the field. I think he's playing one side of the field, backing the Jews no matter what they do. That's what I see, brother. I don't see him playing both sides of the field. I see him caping to the goddamn.
I mean, when I say that, it's like, I forget I forget the law they call it, decision of inclusion or something to the extent where you cause the problem, then you want to turn around and remedy the matter. Something like the Trading Places with Eddie Murphy. It's like that's what I see what he likes to do, or in position to be doing, and it's done for a justifiable cause, maybe whether an individual can see it or not.
Like I said, I don't see him doing shit for nobody but the Jews. And his billionaire friends and big pharma and big tech. That's who I see him helping. I don't see him helping the average American. I don't see him helping poor people. He helping the billionaires and the Jewish community. Go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead.
That's who I see he helping.
Yeah, let's see that video.
Got you. Yeah, let's play that, John. Thank you. Yeah.
A disorderly conduct charge against Harvard University scholar Henry Louis Gates Jr. But as Michelle Gielan tells us, Gates is still furious over what he sees as racial profiling by the arresting officer.
He wants an apology, which probably will not be forthcoming. And he wants to make sure that this officer is not in a position, or any officer in a position, of compromising the rights of any citizens.
Gates was arrested at his own home late last week. He was trying to force open a jammed front door. A neighbor reported a possible break-in. By the officer, tell him there was a reported break and entering, and find out who he was. The simplest question is, who are you? Show me your ID. While charges have been dropped, Gates remains shaken by his treatment. It's emotionally devastating. You have to wait until you're 58 years old to get arrested. You get arrested in your own house. Cambridge police deny Gates's charge that race played a role in the incident.
It was not Professor Gates's best moment, and it certainly wasn't the Cambridge Police Department's best moment.
Gates tells the Washington Post he now plans to make a documentary on racial profiling. Michelle Gielan, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, he got locked up for trying to get in his own crib. Make that make sense. The door was jammed. The neighbor called. Like the neighbor don't know what he looked like. That's racial profile and all that. We see a black guy trying to force the front door open. Call 911. Come on, man. Make this shit make sense, man. But go ahead, you can unmute, Nate. What's good, man? What made you come up, brother? You know how I feel about religion, brother. No, you know, I stand 10 toes down. You know, that is mythology.
Yeah.
Goriel, it ain't real.
Yeah. They don't really get into
stand the 10 toes down, that is real. You know, going back and forth in the chat, you know, when I talk about it. But yeah, let's talk about it, man. We can get off that trunk for a minute.
What you say, for a minute, huh? Yeah, I really don't do too much with the religious philosophy myself, unless I'm on a point or a view, you know, on something. But yeah, I try to stay away from the religion, especially because that's where we all been twisted and caught up in believing that it was something of reality, you know, and after finding out, especially like with me, it was a big shock because I come up as Episcopalian and as an altar boy for what they call an acolyte. You know what I'm saying? So I served on the altar, knowing what's it like in that type of energy with the ringing of the bells and the symbolism. You know, like you gotta remember this existence, time of repetition and symbol. So if we're not aware of the symbols that's facing us throughout the day, whether it be television or billboards, then subconsciously what's going on, we're being programmed and controlled, and thereby being, aka what they call an agent, or in religious terms, the devil's advocate, right? So.
Nah, I got you, bro.
Big dog.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm looking at the board here. I can't see who's all on the panel. Who we just missed?
Say it again, because like I said, your mic muffling for some reason.
No, I'm just trying to see who's on the panel. Who's all on the panel?
Oh, that's me and you.
And you.
Me and you up, brother. Nobody. The link's in the chat. If anybody want to come up, it's just me and you up here, brother.
Right. Okay. I think. All right. So you're not playing the video right now?
No. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played the video. It was about what was his brother name? Harvard Professor Clear. He was a Harvard professor. They locked his ass up for breaking in his own house.
Yeah, I've seen that. I just want to learn this board. I'm gonna switch up though how I'm doing this. It's just that I don't see the chat, so I'm just.
You gotta open up another device. You gotta open it. You gotta either open up another tab, or open up another device, and that way you can see the chat. Because like I said, it's on my computer screen, but I got my phone where I pay attention to the chat. You gotta open up another.
Yeah, so like I said, right? Yeah, on another device, right?
Yep, you gotta open up another device.
Wait a minute, okay, I got it. Yeah, I'm good on the device. I mean,
my brother Poison Puppet put one in the chat or something in the chat. I'm gonna play that too.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, but I'm gonna fall back for a minute.
I appreciate you coming up. We gotta come up. We gotta set something up in the future and do, you know, that religious talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. I definitely keep it respectable, bro.
Okay, that's definitely all right. Yeah.
Got you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, see what we're going to do with that. Were you able to catch Sanchez and Killer Priest last night?
I caught some of it, but you know, when That religious talk, just like I said, I got all respect for my nigga Sanchez. I just don't agree with the mythology at all. And that's my stance.
Yeah.
You know, but
You
I got respect for the brother information. You know what I mean? But
he dropped a lot on.
Yeah, to me,
they could be
all mythology is not real. The Bible, the Quran, the Old Testament. But yeah, I was in and out of it. But like I said, when it get too religious, I step away. And that's my nigga Sanchez. I got nothing but love for him, but I step away.
Right.
When he started talking about religion too much. But yeah, I caught some of it. And shout out my nigga TYT Media, Greedy Vegan. Much love, brother. But let me see what.
Too.
Nate said, shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Right. Yeah.
Let me play the clip my brother Poison Puppet put up real quick. Let's go. My brother put up a 2-minute video. March 2020.
Most white people in America and Europe believe about their history is not history at all. It's mythology designed to produce a specific kind of person. A person who does not feel guilty. A person who does not feel accountable. A person who does not feel responsible for ever changing anything because they don't think they're doing anything wrong. They're taught that their ancestors were pioneers. Their ancestors were explorers and builders of civilization. That they've brought progress and democracy and enlightenment to the world. They hear about the Renaissance. They hear about the Industrial Revolution. They hear about the Age of Discovery, and so forth and so on. And not about enslavement, not about genocide, not about the theft, not about the destruction that their people are responsible for. They're not taught that their prosperity was built on unimaginable suffering. They're not taught that their systems of government, their financial empires, their very sense of national identity are all rooted in exploitation. They don't know about the crimes. They don't know the real legacy of their people. And so they don't change. They don't have to change because they don't even realize what they need to correct. You know, when we look at colonialism, for example, the history that's taught in Western schools is usually an abstraction. Colonization is framed as something that it just sort of happened a long time ago, you know, something that was maybe unfortunate, but it was inevitable, and it ultimately it represented progress, and there were many beneficial things to come from it. Never mind the millions of Africans who died in the Congo Free State under King Leopold. Most white Americans have never heard of them. Never mind the Bengal famine of 1943, when millions of Indians starved to death due to British policies. They don't even know about it. The fact that the American police forces
Hey, shout out my brother Roger W for that Poison Puppet. Let's play it one more time, man. He said a lot in that 2 minutes span.
Most white people in America and Europe believe about their history is not history at all. It's mythology designed to produce a specific kind of person. A person who does not feel guilty. A person who does not feel accountable. A person who does not feel responsible for ever changing anything because they don't think they're doing anything wrong. Nate the Great,
what's good, Nate the Great? Man rising, brother.
Were pioneers. Their ancestors were explorers and builders of civilization. That they've brought progress and democracy and enlightenment to the world. They hear about the Renaissance. They hear about the Industrial Revolution. They hear about the Age of Discovery.
Yeah, that's another
so
Nate.
forth and so on.
You got a channel.
Enslavement, not about genocide, not about the theft, not about the destruction that their people are responsible for. They're not taught that their prosperity was built on unimaginable suffering. They're not taught that their systems of government, their financial empires, their very sense of national identity are all rooted in exploitation. They don't know about the crimes. They don't know the real legacy of their people. And so they don't change. They don't have to change because they don't even realize what they need to correct. You know, when we look at colonialism, for example, the history that's taught in Western schools is usually an abstraction. Colonization is framed as something that it just sort of happened a long time ago, you know, something that was maybe unfortunate, but it was inevitable, and ultimately it represented progress, and there were many beneficial things to come from it. Never mind the millions of Africans who died in the Congo Free State under King Leopold. Most white Americans have never heard of that. Never mind the Bengal famine of 1943 when millions of Indians starved to death due to British policies. They don't even know about it. The fact that the American police forces...
Shout out my brother Roger W. I'm going to play this one right here. I'm going to play a short one. Then I'm going to play another one. I'm going to play this one real quick. Shout out to everybody in the house.
Nightcrawler lets you snag great last-minute deals on hotels.
Get rid of that commercial.
Fundamentally sound, and that if it were to be extended, it wouldn't really disrupt the U.S. economy very much at all. It would hurt consumers, and we'd have to think about, you know, if that continued, what we would have to do about that. But that's like really the last of our concerns right now, because we're very confident that this thing is going ahead of schedule.
Yeah, so that was an insane admission to make on national TV. But sadly, of course, par for the course for the Trump administration, us to make prices go down. They're the only ones who are going to be suffering. So don't worry about that. We'll figure it out.
Give me a second, everybody. I got to bring that video up. I had two different videos playing. Let me go back to my watch later. And shout out my sister, Today's Blessing. Much love and respect to Today's Blessing. This is the one I wanted to play right here. Give me a second. Hopefully everything good with you and the family. Today's Blessing. I think this is the one I wanted to play. This one,
24%, and diesel prices have jumped 32%. Mr. Secretary, when can Americans expect to see the price of gas come down?
Yeah, after the conflict is over, you'll start to see prices come back down. It is a short-term disruption in the flow of energy. Americans are feeling it right now. Americans will feel it for a few more weeks.
And that answer should also instill zero confidence in you whatsoever, nor should this one.
You confident that gas will be back under $3 a gallon by the busy summer travel season, Mr. Secretary?
I got you. I'll play that next.
There's a very good chance that'll be true. There's no guarantees in war. The time frame's still not entirely clear, but I think that's certainly a goal of the administration and very possible.
The Iranians are warning of prices hitting $200 a barrel. Mr. Secretary, should Americans be bracing for? Should they be worried that this war will actually drive the price of oil above $200 a barrel?
So I don't listen much to Iranian projections of what's going to happen.
So that's a no?
There is disruptions of flow in a very important waterway. I would pay no attention to what Iran says, but there is a lot of energy that flows through the Straits of Hormuz, and depending upon the timing and the manner in which this conflict comes to an end, we're going to see some elevated pricing until we get there.
Did you hear a yes or no from Chris Wright? I did not either. He did not answer the question directly at all, and neither did Fox host Jackie Heinrich.
There are some headlines calling out the fact that he didn't answer the yes or no question. So do you expect that number could happen, $200 a barrel oil? Is that possible?
Now watch Kevin Hassett, the same man who isn't concerned about the pain being felt by, just the consumers who make up the entire American economy and are everybody in the country, watching that interview, and all of you watching this video now, covering for Wright and the administration.
the best measure of what you think or what you should think about the future of oil prices is what we see in futures markets. And I actually believe what we see in futures markets, which is that this is going to end relatively quickly. In the futures markets, they've got the price of oil dropping about as fast as I've ever seen it, going down in the end of the horizon to below $50 a barrel. And so that's what financial markets are saying right now. And so financial markets agree with what President Trump says, which is that this is a temporary shock, that we're not going to eliminate the harm from the disruption, but we're going to minimize the harm.
That was a word salad. That was a chopped word salad full of delicious vegetables. But if you thought that was a one-off, you'd be sadly mistaken, because Hassett parroted the same thing earlier in the day.
You've cited over and over the spot price of gasoline, which of course is affected right now by the.
Hey, shout out my brother Charles Johnson.
But if you look at the futures prices, they're expecting a rapid end to this situation and much lower prices. In fact, I don't think I've seen a sort of future price path with as steep a decline in all my years watching futures. And the reason why futures markets for oil are dropping down towards 60 and even below 50 in the long run is that we expect that if Iran it stops being this disruptive terrorist force in the Middle East, that there'll be a boom in oil production and industrial production.
But gas prices themselves are up more than 20% since this conflict has begun. Jet fuel prices are leading airlines to raise ticket prices quickly. That's not my opinion. That's the United Airlines CEO who just said that. The American Farm Bureau warned of supply chain shocks when we already have record high input prices. So can you give us some kind of projection here on how this will impact consumer prices and for how long?
So we know how to minimize the impact of this disruption. Now, you can't make it completely go away, but you can minimize it.
Now, it's clear both Wright and Hassett are effectively telling the American people to shut up and deal with it when it comes to the volatility and massive price hikes in oil, gas, and other services and products. Just whatever. Like, don't look over here. Don't look also down at your pocketbooks, and don't look at your bank accounts on your phones. Don't do any of that, and everything's fine in that situation. And of course, they personally won't feel anywhere near the same level of economic pain as ordinary Americans will and are experiencing. So why does a disconnect like this exist in the first place? Maybe because we elected people that are exactly the opposite of draining the swamp, but in fact are the swamp, are in fact the elite.
That's what I've been saying.
Are removed from the cares of everyday people. They don't care about everyday people in any way. They
That's what I've been saying.
Pass laws and
good to hear somebody else
the lives of everyday people harder, so to line their own pockets just a little bit more. And of course, it can't be held to account. These grifters cannot be held to account because the country's news media is becoming captured by the Trump administration little bit by little bit, and its allies are doing a very good job of that. And interviews like this that could have gone a lot harder, like these interviews that could have gone a lot harder on the Trump officials, of course, are not doing so, and could even become obsolete even this level of mild inquiry and pressing when that media capture mission is complete, if we allow that to happen. So
it's a key word you said in your statement, Rumham. You said was. If God of the Bible was real, these liars would spontaneously combust. I definitely agree, my brother Rumham. Much love. I totally agree. I totally agree, my brothers. Flat motherfucker power to the Flat Power family, man.
We'll see if we still have the ability to even make videos like this in the near term. So until then, I'm Ben Glebe. I have a big announcement.
Shout out to this gentleman because he's being raw and real. I'll go back to where he came and play that back one more time. Here we go.
And products, just whatever. Like, don't look over here. Don't look also down at your pocketbooks, and don't look at your bank accounts on your phones. Don't do any of that, and everything's fine in that situation. And of course, they personally won't feel anywhere near the same level of economic pain as ordinary Americans will and are experiencing. So why does a disconnect like this exist in the first place? Maybe because we elected people that are exactly the opposite of draining the swamp, but in fact are the swamp, are in fact the elite in this country.
I've been saying that for a minute.
Everyday people, they don't care about everyday people in any way. They actively pass laws and take actions to make the lives of everyday people harder, so to line their own pockets just a little bit more. And of course, it can't be held to account, these grifters cannot be held to account because the country's news media is becoming captured by the Trump administration little bit by little bit, and its allies are doing a very good job of that. And interviews like this that could have gone a lot harder, like these interviews that could have gone a lot harder on the Trump officials, of course, are not doing so, and could even become obsolete even this level of mild inquiry and pressing when that media capture mission is complete, if we allow that to happen. So up to us. We'll see if we still have the ability to even make videos like this in the near term. So until then, I'm Ben Glebe. I have a big announcement.
Shout out to Ben Glebe. Let me go right here to bring up the latest one, my brother Poison Puppet. Put that in the chat. Let's go here. And then I'm going to go back to our main
patrols. They don't know about that either. And they're not any more informed about the ongoing crimes, like the pillage of African resources today, the economic neocolonialism that keeps entire regions of the world impoverished, the exploitation of labor in the global south. These aren't relics of history. That's the present day reality of what your people are doing. But the story that the white people are told does not include those realities, or else it packages those realities deceitfully and dishonestly. They package them dishonestly and deceitfully in the past, just like they do now. The irony is that when they're confronted with the truth, many of these people will react defensively. You know, I didn't do that. That was in the past. Why should I feel guilty? But this reaction in and of itself reveals how little they're really understanding. It's not about guilt. It's about responsibility. You know, if a person inherits a stolen house, they may not have stolen it themselves, but they still live in it. And if they refuse to acknowledge where that house came from or how it came into their possession, if they insist that that house is rightfully theirs because the crime happened a long time ago, well, then they're complicit because the theft is ongoing. The crime never really stopped.
We're going to play the part one and part two over again one more time. Shout out my brother Poison Puppet, excellent video. We're going to play the
slave patrols.
We're going to play the part one over again.
And they're not any more informed about the ongoing crime.
Then we're going to play part two again because this is the original one right here.
From slave patrols, they don't know about that either. And they're not any more informed about the ongoing crimes, like the pillage of African resources today, the economic neocolonialism that keeps entire regions of the world impoverished, the exploitation of labor in the global south. These aren't relics of history. That's the present day reality of what your people are doing. But the story that the white people are told does not include those realities, or else it packages those realities deceitfully and dishonestly. They package them dishonestly and deceitfully in the past, just like they do now. The irony is that when they're confronted with the truth, many of these people will react defensively. You know, I didn't do that. That was in the past. Why should I feel guilty? But this reaction in and of itself reveals how little they're really understanding. It's not about guilt. It's about responsibility. You know, if a person inherits a stolen house, they may not have stolen it themselves, but they still live in it. And if they refuse to acknowledge where that house came from or how it came into their possession, if they insist that that house is rightfully theirs because the crime happened a long time ago, well, then they're complicit because the theft is ongoing. The crime never really stopped. So when people don't know their history, they cannot recognize.
Let's play one again. Play one more time. Shout out my brother Poison Puppet, man.
From slave patrols, they don't know about that either. And they're not any more informed about the ongoing crimes, like the pillage of African resources today, the economic neocolonialism that keeps entire regions of the world impoverished, the exploitation of labor in the global south. These aren't relics of history. That's the present day reality of what your people are doing. But the story that the white people are told does not include those realities, or else it packages those realities deceitfully and dishonestly. They package them dishonestly and deceitfully in the past, just like they do now. The irony is that when they're confronted with the truth, many of these people will react defensively. You know, I didn't do that. That was in the past. Why should I feel guilty? But this reaction in and of itself reveals how little they're really understanding. It's not about guilt. It's about responsibility. You know, if a person inherits a stolen house, they may not have stolen it themselves, but they still live in it. And if they refuse to acknowledge where that house came from or how it came into their possession, if they insist that that house is rightfully theirs because the crime happened a long time ago, well, then they're complicit because the theft is ongoing. The crime never really stopped. So when people don't know their history, they cannot recognize
the crimes that have been done to them. Big facts from my brother Roger W. Big facts. Poison puppet. All right. Let me stop that. Make sure I got to stop. Stop the screen share. I want to go back over here and share this. Because this was the main reason I came on. Then I'm going to play the video that my brother Rumham put in the video in the chat. Trump administration sues Harvard over civil rights. And you're going to tell me, you know, that flag on the plate, black people, niggas, can't come together to sue Harvard, Yale, a lot of these. Yeah. Smoke said, who that dude? But yeah, this is the main reason why I came on. Trump administration suing Harvard over civil rights of the Jewish students. The Trump administration is suing Harvard University, alleging the school violated Jewish students' civil rights in the last excavation of the government's year-long campaign against the Ivy League students. And like I said, this was the main reason. And you're going to tell me we so divided that, you know, flag on the black play, black people, African Americans, we can't come together, or excuse me, niggas can't come together to sue, you know, all the atrocities. It's always the Jewish. And when I seen this story, it made me pissed. Because like I said, we can't come together and sue nothing. We're so divided as a people. All the atrocities that has happened to us over the last 100 years, over the last 50 years, we can't sue. Everybody else is getting lawsuits. The $5 Indians suing the government. The Jews suing the government. Big facts. Big facts, Vonnie. Much love and respect. Big facts. Say we can't come together because we keep competing with each other instead of going after the folks harming us. Totally agree, Vonnie. Much love and respect. Totally agree. Flat motherfucking power. What's good, Wale? And like I said, I just wanted to bring these stories, show the people that Trump ain't doing shit for Americans. He ain't draining no swamp. He's protecting the Jews, the youth of the Jews. Like I said, how many school shootings we done had at HBCUs? And not one. We only sue when the cops whoop our ass. That's the only time we sue or can sue. And most times we lose that fight. Because they got, you know, amnesty. President Trump gave them permission to keep whooping our ass like they've been doing through every other presidency. So like I wanted to show y'all this, man. And that's why I went live. The link's in the chat. I ain't staying live much longer. We on the 2-hour mark. Nobody gonna hit the link. Anybody welcome hit the link, talk about this or whatever. I just wanted to bring this news to the people. And like I said, you know, these voters, they're too busy voting rather than put up a class action lawsuit. That's what niggas need to do. That ain't scared to get together a class action lawsuit and put this shit in one of them courts. But we rather argue about religion, the slave story, history, Lucy Bones. Are we African? We rather argue about shit like that. Not none of y'all think y'all Africans, but we got these Pan-Africans out there that want to be African so bad, but won't go to Africa. We got, you know, these voters out here that keep voting for these presidents, Sister Betty. You know, and Trump is helping the Jews get a class action lawsuit over Harvard. So you mean we can't come together and sue these universities? We should sue Jesse Jackson Estate or the people who put us into African American. We should be suing because of that. We could be suing because of the slaves. We could be suing because Big Pharma put COVID out on people. So many different lawsuits, but niggas too scared, man. And that's why I don't like being around the scared motherfucker. Get your scared ass away from me. Get your religious ass away from me. Still waiting on God. Instead of doing something to your fucking self. Yeah, Superman, exactly. Exactly. Shout out my brother Bridge 3 TV. Make sure y'all sub up, man. To my brother Bridge 3 TV, man. Get y'all fire sticks. Like, all the shit that happened to niggas here in America, blacks in America, we've been reclassified. We can't sue them for reclassifying us. All the school shootings in the black universities. No one thought about suing the government for not protecting us. Yeah, we got a lawsuit for them not protecting us. It's like the Jews took over our civil rights movement. The Jews and the alphabet crew. But, you know, niggas is worried about who they fucking and not worried about who's fucking over us. Niggas rather fight for their right to be gay or be a transformer. And I can't remember. I thought I saved this video. Let me look in my watch later. Let me play this one real quick. Trump said, I can do whatever I want with Cuba. And that's the same thing. That's the same thing they're saying with America. They can do whatever they want to America. Americans don't have no balls. Shut the fuck up. Shout out my brother, John Dada. Much love and respect to you and the family, man. Shout out my sister Savvy. We're going to run that back.
He has a blackout, a massive blackout. Like that
means that back, man.
Anything at this point in time, you cannot.
We're going to run that back.
Monday, Cuba experienced another devastating blackout. And for people who are not aware, obviously Donald Trump has made it very clear that he wants to go in and take over Cuba as well. These blackouts are not happening in Cuba, of course, without the control of the U.S. government. This is the U.S.'s sanctions on Cuba. When a country has a blackout, a massive blackout like that, that means that people are obviously, they're dealing with perishable foods that are going to spoil. So if you have food in your refrigerator, that's done, right? If you are relying on air conditioning, heat, or anything at this point in time, you cannot use it. If you've ever gone through a blackout, you know what this is like. I've experienced them before in New York City. I also experienced it in Baltimore. A blackout is not fun. Donald Trump is now saying that he can do whatever he wants when it comes to Cuba. Let's go ahead and get into it again, guys. I think this is a story that some may be sleeping on. Essentially, some of the things that they're doing to the people in Cuba with the ridiculous sanctions there. Sorry, I can't talk. With the ridiculous sanctions, it can lead to starvation. Check this out.
Another significant story we're following. An island-wide blackout hit Cuba yesterday amid that country's deepening energy and economic crisis. All 11 million residents of the island were without power after energy officials reported complete disconnection of the national electrical grid. Only about 5% of the island's power was restored by late last night, with officials warning the fragile grid could fail again. The blackout is Cuba's third major outage in just 4 months, as the government lacks proper funding for repairs as well as the needed spare parts. Cuba's president recently acknowledged the island has not received oil in 3 months and blamed the outages on the Trump administration's halting of Venezuelan oil shipments after the capture of Nicolas Maduro. President Trump was asked about Cuba yesterday in the White House.
Listen to this.
But I think Cuba's the end. You know, all my life I've been hearing about the United States and Cuba. When will the United States do it? I do believe I'll be having the honor of taking Cuba. That'd be good. That's a big honor.
Taking Cuba.
Taking Cuba in some form, yeah. Taking Cuba. I mean, whether I free it, take it, I think I could do anything I want with it. You want to know the truth? They're a very weakened nation right now.
Let's just pause there for just a second.
You heard that? He can do whatever he
said this
wants
publicly,
with it.
that he can take Cuba, he can do whatever he wants to do with it. That is authoritarianism. And the reason why Donald Trump can say these things so confidently and not give a damn is because we have a Congress that is just ineffective. They are not really trying to fight back against him in the way that they could. Many of them, believe it or not, even on the Democrat side, agree with him on some of the foreign policy decisions. So that's one of the issues that we run into as well. But just think about the mindset that you have to say that I can do whatever I want when it comes to Cuba. Really sad, really sad. Of course, Cuba's president has a serious issue with this. And one of the things that we tried to tell people a couple years ago is that when you put heavy sanctions like this on a country, yes, that does lead the people into despair. That can cause all types of things. When people can't get food, people don't have electricity that they can't use, that can lead to things like crime. Like people are going to try to take what they can get just for mere survival. I consider this to be a war crime, to turn off someone's electricity. And I want to send a warning to all of you right now.
Much love and respect.
What the U.S. government just did to Cuba, they can do that same thing to us right here at home. If they want to, they can just turn everything off. And what will we do about it? This is why I think it's important to pay attention to what's happening, in geopolitics as well, because the actions that you see the U.S. government take towards these other countries, they can do those same things right here at home, especially if they believe in starting chaos.
Those remarks, the New York Times reported the Trump administration is seeking to push Cuba's current president from power.
Get y'all fired.
For people familiar with the talks, as the Times notes, the removal would be largely seen as a symbolic move, since Cuba's president is widely considered a figurehead who lacks true political or economic control. The Cuban government declined to comment on the reporting. So, Caddy, a couple things here.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely crazy. But you got to understand too that the Trump administration does have Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio has been itching to start something with Cuba for a long, long, long time. He's been itching to stop Cuba. Now, some people will say, well, the U.S. is trying to interfere into Cuba because they believe that Cuba is communist or whatever. So what? I mean, it's not our country. These countries have a right to govern the way that they wish to govern, and we don't need to be involved. It's interesting. We have our hands everywhere across the globe except for right here at home. I mean, we have people here that can't find a place to live. We have people here that can't afford to put a down payment on a home. We have people here that don't have health care. We have a Gen Z generation that has basically been telling me that they have no future in this country. And more Americans are leaving the United States. I'm going to cover that on Thursday, the number of people that are fleeing the U.S. right now. So it's just to put your hands elsewhere when you haven't cleaned your own house. It's very telling, right? Now, when we look at this energy crisis in Cuba, I want you to see this as well. This was explained on March 12th. So you can see what's happening here.
Cuba, which is enduring a critical energy crisis amid an ongoing oil embargo. The embargo, or government-sanctioned trade restriction, was implemented by U.S. President Donald Trump earlier this year. It's the latest chapter in a long-running series of tensions between the U.S. and Cuban governments dating back to the Cold War. The move has largely cut off sources of gasoline and fuel to the Caribbean island nation, dramatically reducing electricity generation, causing days-long power blackouts. And without electricity, the country's economy is at a standstill. Cuban residents are feeling desperate and outraged. Some have taken to the streets to burn garbage and bang pots in protest of the conditions. University students in the capital of Havana staged a sit-in to bring attention to how these blackouts have impacted their education. Our Patrick Oppman has more from Cuba.
So I wanted you guys to see that, like how this impacts them there at home. And I got to tell you something that happened on Monday.
On February 11, 2025, JP Morgan Chase updated their term.
To the gym. I always bring my water bottle with me. Got to the gym. Halfway through my workout, I went to go refill my water bottle. So I bring my own water, but I refill like during my workout, you know. I went to the water fountain to go refill my water bottle, but the water fountain wasn't working. It said out of order. So I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And it was leg day. So I was like, damn. So I finished my workout and I knew I had a couple of errands to run after the gym. One of them was the gas station. So I had to get gas, and I figured while it was at the gas station, I'll just grab a bottle of water and then I'll take that with me to do the rest of the stuff that I need to get done before I get home. I get to the gas station. There's a line at the gas station. And I'm like, get out of my car, go inside the gas station to get my water. The cashier says there is only one pump working. All the other pumps said out of order. So the first thing I asked was, what's going on? We were like, what's going on? We don't have any gas. So I don't know if it's happening that way towards like you guys where you are, but there was only one pump that had gas. And this is a gas station I go to all the time. Now I want you to multiply that by 10. Imagine if it was us not getting that oil. Imagine if we had none of it. We're still getting some. Imagine if we got none of it. Everything was just shut off. Our society would effectively collapse. That's what I want you to think about when we talk about what's happening in Cuba. So yeah, people will get angry. People will start riots. Like people will get really upset about it. Now, Donald Trump was questioned about this earlier Tuesday. Marco Rubio was sitting right there with them. I want you to hear what they said about this. It's wild.
Well, Cuba right now is in very bad shape. They're talking to Marco, and we'll be doing something with Cuba very soon. We're really focused on this, but with dealing with Cuba. Marco, do you want to say a couple of words about it?
Yeah, I mean, Cuba has an economy.
I'll play this video next time when I go live.
Dramatically,
but I gotta go, y'all. I got some business I gotta handle. So I ain't even gonna play some closing music. I'll be live tomorrow, man. I gotta go handle some business. So shout out to Hurricane, my brother. I got your music too, Hurricane. I just don't got time to play it. I'll play it next time. My brother Last Dundada, Poison Puppet, Nate the Great, Wale. The brother Nate came up. Rumham Solo, Nami. And my bad, I play your video. Next time I go live, man. I gotta go. I gotta go handle some business. I may come back when I go live when I come back, but I gotta go handle some business real quick. Vonnie Hall, my nigga Smoke Signal. Brother Nasir, Charles Johnson, Nami. Poison Puppet, Today's Blessing. My brother Greedy Vegan. Mama Chief. Shawanda Williams. I appreciate everybody that came through, man. Thank y'all. Nobody told y'all they love y'all today. I love y'all, man. Definitely, my brother Last Dundada, stay dangerous for sure. You know what I mean? That's for all of us. Stay dangerous, man. I appreciate y'all. If nobody told y'all they love y'all, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for y'all support. I may come back, but I got some business I got to handle right now. I would love to keep it going. Nobody hit the link, I will keep it going because I'm only going to be going like 15, 20 minutes. But I got to end it because nobody came up. Thank y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all have a good day. And I may be back later, but if I don't come back later, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.